My cousin's wife. Plaintiffs Janelle Thomas and Anthony Perkins are suing a family member for the return of their belongings. Defendants Latasha Cole Opelucius and Kalani Opelucius say the plaintiffs never came to get their stuff. Now it's Joe time.
The couple Perkins and Thomas claim that they're entitled to compensation for a failure to return personal property, including clothes, shoes, PlayStation, TV, laptop, and important documents. Aren't you related to one of the Mr. and Mrs. over here? First cousin to, I believe, Mr.?
Yeah, I'm related to Kalani.
All right. Why do you think you're entitled to compensation? I think you say you moved in February 27th of this year. You were between places, is that right?
That's right. I was living in the transitional home before I moved with them.
Yes, and you say you couldn't move in with your girlfriend because her religious parents wouldn't allow it, right?
Yes, sir. They call it, I guess, shacking. So.
Well, you know, it's one thing when you pay for it and you pay for the roof, but when it's under your parents' roof,
Well,
rule of the house.
Well, I moved with them like on the 27th of February.
Why did you have to leave your father's home or your parents' home? What was that about?
And we got in a confrontation, so he kicked me out.
Kicked you out. You're 30 years old.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then when I moved with them, like a few days passed, she was asking for rent money early. And I'm looking at her like, why you asking for rent money already? In agreement of $200. And he was just like, man, just do it, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what, all right. So I gave her, the agreement, verbal agreement was $200 a month, because that's all I could afford.
And never gave me a penny, Your Honor.
And then I gave it to her.
Well, I mean, she interrupted, but I mean, they do say you never made a payment of even the $200.
I gave him a payment, sir.
How much?
$200.
That's a lot.
When?
On the 29th.
Of what?
Of February. I mean, on February.
When'd you move in?
Like February 27th.
That's a lot.
So I got the.
So in other words, they let you come in without first and last month's rent?
Huh?
No deposit, no rent up front?
I gave them the rent up front. I gave them $200.
That's 2 days after you moved in. If you moved in on the 27th and you say you paid it on the 29th, do you have a receipt?
No, I don't.
You have receipts and quotes for the personal property you say you lost. How about for the rent?
Receipts. They have everything I own, everything. They left me with nothing.
Now, how long did you stay in there?
Only like a month and a few days.
You say you two got kicked out of the house after Easter brunch.
Easter brunch? Oh, yeah. Well,
Why was that?
It was some stupid clippers. Because I used their clippers, and she got a little angry.
Yeah, you say you wanted something to do a home haircut on yourself. So
well,
apparently, as you put it, you thought you would help yourself to this. Why would she object?
I didn't help myself to their stuff. He gave me the clippers. And he cut my hair first. He was taking too long, so I cut it myself, and I cleaned them. And then when she came home from church, he just went off cussing and talking all that crip and cuss and all that crap.
Wait, he's cutting your hair, he's taking too long, so you take over the shears and start shearing yourself?
I start cutting myself, yeah. I started cutting my own hair. And when she came in, she got mad and started just cussing and talking all that crip and cuss and all that stuff, and I don't gangbang at all.
Well, you acting like one.
So I told her to calm down. You know, so coming at me with all that crip and gangbanging stuff. So she tried to fight me, and he restrained her.
That's
you know what I'm saying? And as she leaving, she was asking for $200 again. I'm like, well, I'm gonna give you $200 for it. Ain't been a month.
Well,
yet.
you've been there 2 months. Wait, excuse me.
3, going on 4.
April, February, it's coming up. Money, you know.
But she asking for it early. So I'm like, why would I give it to you early for?
Now, were you employed or unemployed?
I was employed. Look, like I said, I moved in there on the 27th, and they kicking me out over some clippers. And while on the way back home...
They had non-payment of rent. They say you haven't paid anything.
I didn't pay them rent.
Excuse me, Judge Joe Brown.
Yes, Miss who
she
couldn't bring him by your parents' house because they didn't approve of you shacking under their roof. Especially since you're 35 years old and he's 30, so why should they pay the tab for you two having fun. By the way,
Who's your
that was kind of conditional, wasn't it? Since don't you two live there now?
He didn't have anywhere else to go, so my
Well, then
parents...
why are you bothered with him?
Why I bothered with him?
Yeah. You're not married to him, are you?
No.
Well, what you dealing with a man that's broke, busted, can't take a bath,
How
and looks like
busted?
he's
I
been
do take
hitting
a
a
bath.
few, shall we say,
What are you talking
chemicals?
about? I do take a bath. I take a bath every day. I take a bath in their house. They just lying to
And
me.
you're pregnant, too.
Yes, I'm pregnant.
By him. No gig, working as a dishwasher part-time. And doesn't have a place for you to stay with him, raise a family, and let's see, you got a 10-year-old daughter, you got a 16-year-old son, 9-year-old daughter, now you got one on the way.
They kicked me out. I tried to come back and get my... When they kicked me out, I told her I'm going to go get the police. Because she told me to go get the police to get my stuff. I said, okay, cool. I text her, and I have proof of the texting, of me texting her to go get my stuff. And on the way back with the police, she lied to the police and said she kicked me out 2 months ago, which was a lie.
We'll be right back with Judge Joe Brown.
He's shaving, and I looking a little bit closer, and them was my clippers. I'm like, ugh, you is really nasty. And I tell him, I say, you know what? I use that for my personal. And then I look on the sink, Your Honor, and my toothbrush is right there.
It's Joe time after this.
Man up. I'm trying to tell you to man up.
Man Up, today on Judge Joe Brown.
We're back with Judge Joe Brown. The plaintiff in this case says he moved in with some family members. Says he paid the $200 agreed upon rent, and they kicked him out anyway. Let's see what the judge thinks.
When did you go back with the police?
Easter. The day before my auntie's funeral. That I couldn't make because he kept all my clothes. All I had was my regular clothes on. I went back with my stuff, sir. They tried to get my stuff. They wouldn't let me get my stuff. They lied to the police and said that I got kicked out 2 months ago, and I didn't. They kicked me out like an hour and a half
And
ago.
it's in the police report.
It's in the police report.
I read it, but that's why you can't always accept the police report as evidence.
Why not?
They just record what they put down. They've got, on the extended version, they've got a contradictory statement of facts.
I have the text messages in my cell phone.
So what
that
did they say?
That she wouldn't give him his stuff back.
What did she want it?
I don't get it. I don't know.
She said it smelled up everything.
That's a lie.
So
They
why
didn't
was it
enjoy
wrong
being
then?
around the
Why
house.
she didn't give it back then?
Why
If it's
she
so
didn't
smelly, why she didn't give it back? If it's so smelly,
Well, okay, let's go to them. They have an explanation.
Yeah, Your Honor, thank you. Because when Anthony came to me, he asked me,
that's a lie.
He-
Wait a minute. Ask what?
He
You
asked-
might have said, could I use the bathroom? You know,
You know-
could I stand on the front? Could I come in? That's a lie. You know?
because that's all he do, Your Honor, is lie.
That's not true. She don't even know. She only knew me for a month.
But why would I let you into my house with my 3 kids, Your Honor? If he didn't ask me, how did he get up in my house?
'Cause you let
Your
me.
Honor? That's one.
Oh, you supposed to giving him an engraved invitation,
You know.
RSVP. We know you're having a hard time. Everybody's throwing you out.
Exactly.
Your
She was helping
lady
me out,
friends'
so she let me
parents
stay.
don't want you up in there. So come on over. We feel the need to do charity.
Exactly.
No.
That's what
Your
she did.
Honor,
She let me stay.
Your Honor, yes, I did.
And she asked him to let me stay. He said, of course.
Okay, it's your turn to be quiet. Okay?
Thank you, Miss Sonia. That's so
interrupt.
efficient.
Don't interrupt.
So, Your Honor, I felt bad for the boy because I talked to the whole, all my in-laws. All my in-laws have tried with him.
That's a lie.
I've been in the
That's a lie.
situation.
Okay, how many haven't tried with you?
I ain't asked none of my in-laws to move in with them. I ain't asked none of them, so I don't talk to none of them like that. I live my own life.
All of them was trying to come on with me so
That's
they
a
can
lie.
even tell you, Your
They don't
Honor.
even like her like
okay?
that.